Okay, this is just to prove that this was in my account. It was finally sent to my inbox yesterday. It was sitting in my drafts box in this YouTube account from October 27, 2014 up until November 26, 2014. And I finally sent it to my inbox yesterday. It's been erased from my inbox. Can't find it. Okay, not unless I've overlooked it, but it is still in my sent box. And this is it right here. It says, let's see if anyone approaches at my hiking area, the one I am preparing to move from, gang stalking staged events, ? Including police, no matter why they are saying they're here, no matter what excuse they use, including why anyone comes in my physical presence and causes any problems, including assaults, trespass notices, arrest, 10/27/2014, TTTTT. Now, you can clearly see the date is right there. I also printed it out yesterday after I sent it to myself. So this is proving that the email exists. Okay, and that it was made on the 27th. And there's even a voice attachment to it, which I tried to play, and it won't play. I still had the actual voice in my the actual voice file inside of my sound recorder, because I went and looked for it as a result of not being able to play it on this. Okay, but it won't play for some reason. Now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the time, that extra minute, to go to it. I'll bring it up. Alright, hold on a second. So what I'm going to do is bring it up right here, and this is the actual voice file, and then once I play it, I'll show you the details, which will show the date and time. Let's see, if anyone comes to this hiking area today, the hiking area was brutally assaulted in July 9, 2014. I don't give a shit what excuses used, anybody, including anybody saying they heard me talking. Okay, now I know that I said, let's see if anybody comes today, but the voicemail, the sound recording, the voice file, okay, hold on one second. The voice file, see, I'm gonna go to it right now. It's number 8, okay? And when you click on this little arrow right over here, it'll show you the details of it. Okay, see, details. And then it shows you the day it was made, 9:54 a.m. And then it was attached into this email account, into this email file. And then 3 minutes later, there it is right there. And now this was October 27, 2014. Now let me show you this tweet here. And then I'm going to do, this is just basically an evidence log to show that what I predict comes true as a result of how you're observing the situation pertaining to exposing the predictions, and then exposing the fact that the predictions have come true. Now this right here is my Instagram account, and not too long ago I discovered that I could make screenshots of my tweets, which are screen photos shots of whatever you're taking a Photoshop of on your phone. When I discovered it accidentally, I started using it. Now, you can see that this date is November 9, 2014 at 9:13 a.m. Look at what it says. This is a tweet from Twitter. TTTTT is predicting arrest, tickets, assaults, robberies, property thefts, rapes at all new and current hiking areas for next year, 11/9/14, TTTTT. And I was arrested 22 hours later at this very spot it was made. Now, you can see in this prediction on 10/27/2014 that I signed it TTTTT. Okay, now and in this email it says that I am literally preparing to move. Now, in closing, I made numerous audio files from August 28, 2014 up until the date of November 10th, 2014, the day they came down and arrested me, by trying to claim that I had more than enough time to move. I made numerous amounts of audio files stating that, stating that the criminal rats that are managing the gang stalking might wait until right before I move and then come down here and give me another ticket and or arrest me by trying to claim that I had enough time to move, even though I was moving. I made videos about it, tweets about it, about taking property away from the area, videos about it, uploaded those videos to the internet at YouTube, and I also was distracted in many different obstacles that interrupted my moving schedule. Being reviewed through social services and running all over town to get all the different documentation from banks, Social Security, going back and forth to post offices, checking to see if anything else from them came in, and then going down for the review. I also had to deal with at least 9 days of my days being interrupted because of what Fed Student Loan did in October pertaining to the October 6th payment to them. I had to jump through massive hoops to prove that they were paid, and right after the last thing was done, they tried to say that they discovered it being cashed, which the return receipt shows that it was picked up and deposited on the 9th of October. So, and they also were coming to that hiking area, waiting until I went to bed and flattening my tires, and they knew I was using that bike to move the property. They did that on 3 different dates, which compromised at least almost 7 to 8 days of moving, because by the time I discovered that the tires were flattened, see, on some of those days, I was waiting till like 11:30, 12 o'clock, getting out of my tent, and then getting the property together, then bagging it, then going to put it on my bike after locking up the tent, folding up all my clothes and hiding those. And by the time all that got done, and then I went to go put the property on the bike to move it, that's when I discovered the bike was flat. The tire was flat. So I had to spend time fixing that, and by the time that time came around, it was almost dark out, and I still hadn't eaten dinner yet on those dates. And then other dates, these when the tires were noticed to be flattened, other things were going on the night before, the morning of that, categorizing up the property to prioritize it so I would know what property is going to be moving to each different spot that I was taking the properties to. So it was just the way each day of how things were being gathered, prioritized, and bagged up, and then the lateness of the hour once the things were bagged up. And some days it would be bagged up and I'd attempt to move them on that days, and the other day, and then I noticed the flat tires, and then on other days I'd say to myself, okay, well, what I'm going to do is, since I got to go to the grocery store again today, I'm not going to be able to move any property today, so what I'll do then is I'll bag up some other property and prepare that to get ready to move. I'd go to the grocery store on that day after I spent the day packing up groceries, and then come home that night, and then when I would go the next day to move the property, they would come that night and flatten the tire. Yeah, and so I should have started checking my tires every morning before I was bagging up my property and hiding that, which can take up to an hour and a half, 2 hours between that and getting dressed. And so each day that it was discovered that I had a flat tire, it literally composed and literally took over the day's events and prohibited me from moving the property on those days. Yeah, they used, oh my God, you just would not believe what I had to go through and all this bullshit. So between that and making sure that I always had free time in my schedule in between to go to universities and public libraries to charge up my power cell, because that came first before even moving property, so I could predict what might happen to me on each day. If my phone is not powered using a power cell, then I can't make predictions like this. Now, in these audio files that I was making pertaining to predicting how they might come to my hiking area, the one I just moved from, and give me another ticket and or arrest me, most likely will occur right before I go to move. And I stated that they'll know that I'm almost completely moved as a result of them knowing where my property's sitting at. As a result, they can see how much property is there, because I made videos talking about how they entered the area where, like, there was this one security parameter that I actually created 4, 5, 6 of them, and was hiding property in them. Now, I was using one main one to hide my sleeping bags, my pajamas, my flashlights, and other things that I hide every day, okay, before I left every morning. And they were bagged up in 3 separate bags, 2 bags inside of 1 bag, put in the security perimeter, and then concealed. I would come home on at least 7 different occasions, okay, and noticed that the property was reorientated and the bags were reorientated in reference to how they were packed. That was their way to send me a mental message that they knew where the property was at. I made videos about it. And entering targets' apartments and homes and rearranging furniture, refolding clothes, damaging zippers on targets' property is a method of gang stalking. It's done to put you in a victimized mindset to let you know that they've entered your apartment and your private space in order to leave a calling card about it. Now, so I said to myself, well, since I already know they know where my property's hidden at, they can easily come down and gauge by looking at in the areas where the property was hidden at, how much property is left to be moved. And as a result, when they see that there's barely any left, then they're going to be able to deduce that I'm steps away, like 1, 2, 3 steps away from moving. So I said, let's see if they come down here and try and give me another ticket or arrest me right before I am physically almost ready to completely be moved. And that's exactly what they did. Okay, so they'll deny it up and down the road and call me crazy concerning it. Make no mistake about it. And so anyways, okay, so in closing, I'm going to prove to you that I'm being gang stalked by playing you a really fast audio file. One of the 2 men that you hear in this event that occurred 1 year ago today, Thanksgiving Day 2013, was directly connected to the group of assholes that they had propped up to camp out 100 feet away. Okay, and they yelled gang stalk, oh my god, gang stalk crazy, gang stalk weird, suck my you know what, daily and nightly. Okay, from November 2012 up until mid-April 2014. One of these 2 assholes is one of them. He actually even reappeared 4 days ago when I went down there to the area to take down the tent and to grab some property to bring it back to here. He literally walked up into the area and tried to say, oh look, somebody's camping here. I wasn't fucking camping there. The tent was taken down, the weatherization sheets were taken off of it, cut up and folded. Everything else was taken down. In fact, I even went as far as putting all the garbage in one spot. Okay, and he comes down and guess what he says? He goes, oh, it looks like somebody's camping here. Like the fucking little asshole is pretending like he don't even know me. And he was caught in April denying that he played a role in this event. Listen. Okay, so the point being is that he came down in the same camping area to get some of his other property that he had left behind, because they moved out in mid-April. They moved out in like mid-March, but they were coming back up in there on a periodic basis and grabbing more property. Well, he came back up into the area on, I think it was April 11th, to grab some more property. And as he's entering the location, he's walking up by my campsite, which was still there, and he's telling his friend, I apologize for this, I just got to grab a few more items. And we had a verbal confrontation with each other, and I said, look, I go, do you really honestly think that I forgot who you are? I go, I caught you saying gang stalking on Thanksgiving. And he denied it, and guess what? As he's denying it, he's saying, be nice. Okay, and it was all caught on my track phone. So all you got to do is go to YouTube and type in, go to Google and type in this right here. Hold on a second. Alright, do you see how it says exposing police 1? Type that in at Google and then hit space and then hit YouTube channel. And then what will come up will be this YouTube channel's YouTube channel. And then go into the videos that are within it and review all videos that have been uploaded since August. And you will find some, especially the videos that are 20 minutes and longer. You'll literally see me, there's videos on there that are composed of all of what I just got done talking to you about and a lot more. Like at least 5 videos show the Thanksgiving event being exposed, and then him denying it and it being caught in April in reference to the audio of the video of the event that occurred in April, of him coming back down there and denying that he was involved in it, acting like he don't know who I am, and while he's saying be nice. And be nice is being said in the Thanksgiving event. Yeah, he's a little filthy red-ass whore that they use. Alright, my name is Leslie Williams. I'm being gang stalked in La Jolla. Please say a prayer for me. Human trafficking has evolved. Thank you.